Hi, welcome to week 15, Introduction to Philosophy. I'm Mark Thorsby. Hi everyone, welcome back. I want to begin by apologizing. I didn't post a video introduction last week, seeing as I was sick and I just didn't get a chance to do it. But it shouldn't have affected you too much, so my apologies for my illness on last Monday. Anyhow, this week we have this is our last week in terms of actually doing course material for the semester. So I hope you've enjoyed the course up to this point. You're almost to the end, so I'm sure that you're feeling good about yourself, hopefully, as we head towards the finish line in the race here. This week we're going to be looking at the question, we're finishing up our discussion of existentialism and looking towards the question of death. Our first lecture here, which will be posted on Monday, concerns Jean-Paul Sartre's existentialism as a humanism and also Camus' The Myth of Sisyphus. And we're essentially looking toward the question, is there meaning in life, and also the idea of our responsibility. And as Sartre says, we're condemned to be free. So we're looking at those issues, which are explicated in the text as well as in the lecture here on Monday. On Tuesday, on Wednesday, the lecture will focus on an essay by Thomas Nagel on death. And the question we'll be looking at there is whether or not death should be considered an evil. Is death a problem, or is death a good thing? What exactly does it mean to die? Should we be afraid to die? It's a great essay. In fact, it's one of my favorite essays on death, and so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And of course, it makes sense to end our last session by looking at death. We're also going to, in that lecture, we'll also relate it back to Plato's Phaedo, in which Socrates articulates philosophy as a preparation for death. And so we'll sort of relate that back to, is philosophy itself, all these questions we've been asking, can we conceive of them as preparation for death such that we ought not to fear death? And so that's what we're going to be looking at on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I'll also post the study guide for the end of the semester, final examination, which is going to be next week, or week 16. And on Friday, we'll have a study session activity, so please make sure to join that activity. Since this is an online course, our online study activity is going to be our discussion board. So our discussion board activity is actually going to be, our discussion board assignment for this week is actually going to be related to the activity on Friday for the lecture. So when you go to post for your discussion board this week, what you're going to be posting is essentially a series of questions regarding the study guide. And then, so hopefully that'll prepare you. Also, keep in mind that this week your research term paper is due, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll be working furiously this week to get everything graded, so that way when you take your final examination, which opens up on next Monday, once you take your final exam, you get your grade back, you'll know where you stand in the course. So that's what we have on the menu for this week as well as next. Next week next week I'll probably I will post a online video just wrapping up some key items for the course. It's been a great semester. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've really saved the best for last, I think. Today's session on existentialism and then Wednesday's session on death is going to be quite interesting. Okay, that's essentially it for now. It's been a pleasure working with you guys. I hope you've enjoyed the course, despite some of the difficulties that's gone along with all the work. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. You guys have a great day, great week. Bye.